All right, race is starting here at Hazone in Japan. Put myself at third position again. Just still not feeling confident that I can handle passing the whole field yet. And I don't really care about the bonus points that much, to be honest with you. So, and maybe I should. Maybe I should be challenging myself a little bit more. Whoops, I should have. I don't know if that was go to race or not. But put yourself at third. You only have to pass 2 cars, and the race is hard enough as it is, right? So we're going to go ahead and tackle Hazone here, and I am in, by the way, second place in the series standing. This time I'm going to try not to miss shift. Last couple races, the difference is when you go into a practice session, oddly enough, you start with a rolling start. So you're already going about 70 miles an hour. It always throws me off. You don't have to shift very quick. And then they put you into a race where you're parked. And you have to shift first, second, third, fourth really quick. And I forget that. So, because you kind of assume the way you practice is the way you're going to race. So here I am in 4th position, I think. I have a new, so that new graphic in the upper left corner. This is going to be a tough corner. I keep it pretty hot. Let's go down that. No. The steering wheel is flipped. Happens to me a lot. You have to really pay attention to where the shift flippers are getting rotated around when you're cranking the wheel. So still think I need to adjust those wheel settings just a little bit. Now this corner is the one that throws me off for some. Wrong shift. I thought I was shifting down. I went up because my steering wheel was completely cranked. So that corner I always think is going to open into a straightaway. And I'm at 5th still, so I was not getting going fast. So new graphic in the upper left will show me the position I'm in and the time gap. So I just need to get used to that. Previous graphic just showed me what position I was in. So let's see if we can just get into a rhythm. We've got 5 laps to get used to it. Should just be able to relax a little bit and get some speed going. Here comes a nice straightaway. If I can get some speed going, 122, 26, 130, 134, 140, 45, 150, 160. Coming into the corner, coming hot, slow down. Gonna go down to 3rd, tuck it tight. Try to stay right outside that. They call it the ribbon, the red and whites. You don't really want to be on it unless you have to. So 3rd position, I'm 1.7 seconds behind 2nd place, so that is good information. If I stay on the throttle here, I should be able to cut some distance right in here. Go down to 3rd, tuck it tight. I'm going to ride that rhythm just a little bit, try not to go off track. Okay, looking pretty good. Catching these guys here. If I can come into a straightaway, use a little bit of drift and then pop it up to 5th. Get a little early on the shift, but I'm going to go inside on this guy.
3 more.
He's drifting outside of that corner. Now looking at the graphic showing me it is a pretty tight corner to 180. So we'll tuck it in here. Pay attention to where I am on the steering wheel. Ooh, got a shift. Just my favorite kind of game if you haven't figured that out. Driver's Ed teacher, been in a couple race cars, drive a Mustang, collect Hot Wheels cars, build model cars. Race Hot Wheels cars, draw pictures of cars, collect Lego Speed Champions cars. It's pretty much cars for me. Always has been since I was a kid, honestly. Was playing with Hot Wheels cars on the coffee table at my parents' house when I was probably 3 or 4. And they would, there's that tight corner. They could make me super happy on Christmas just by giving me a couple Hot Wheels cars. And I would line them all up according to color, according to style. And I'd have races, I'd play games with them. And then in the summer, I would take them outside in the sandbox. I'd build cities with roads and bridges, and then I'd bring the hose over and flood it. So a lot of my Hot Wheels cars were sandy and wet and rusty, I'm sure. Probably worth a bunch of money. If I would have kept them, they're probably still in the sandbox over there. I know where the house is, but I'm not going to go knock on the door and ask if I can dig in your sandbox. That is too weird. So, but that's my childhood, and I love it. And I've always loved cars. I always think, if I won, I almost said when, if I won the lottery and had millions, I would have a small house next to a 12-car garage. Well, probably bigger than 12. It'd have to be bigger than 12. It'd be like a sunken, car museum, where I would just spend the rest of my life collecting cars. Awesome. I mean, that's the dream for me. And I'm the type of person that would drive them. I would not just keep them parked and all waxed up and looking pretty. No, I would just go drive them in the rain, and I don't care how expensive they would be, because they're all about driving. Okay, here's that tight corner with that red brick on the left side. That's what that is, good concrete. So really doing okay here. I'm just having fun, and able to talk, able to look at the camera a couple times, and pay attention to the track, and not even really worrying, he said. Okay, 3 seconds behind me, 2.4 seconds behind me. So that info is super useful, 1.2, and then you're 2 seconds behind me. So pay attention to those numbers. The second place guy, Mopar 015, he is 2.5, and you can see if that number gets higher or lower, and that tells you how your speed compares to your competitors' final lap. And I need to just not lose focus. All in all, probably the easiest track so far. It's not the first time I've raced it. It's popped up a couple times in a circuit or two, I believe. I love the cherry, if that's what they are, Japanese cherry trees or whatever. Beautiful. Nice long straightaway. Got some traffic way back there, but we're good. Almost have to shift to 6th here, but you don't, because by the time you think about it, it's time to shift her down, get down to 3rd, tuck that ribbon in, punch it. And then this is the corner that I'm thinking always is going to break open into a straightaway. It doesn't, so you got to take this curve, and then just keep going to the curves. So stay focused on where you are on the track. Don't necessarily worry too much about the cars behind you. Once you're in the groove and you're driving your race, you're not over driving a car. 1 second behind me, people. 0.9. I can still screw it up. 0.8. He must be right there. Woo! Okay. So enough of a challenge that it wasn't easy, but it wasn't super difficult. So that's awful nice to finish Circuit Hakone in first. That should put me up. Now, I was in second place, series standings. There we are. We're up. Hey, look at that. 95 points with that win. And Mopar 015, he was the one that was behind me. He dropped. Well, I guess it shows he came up too. So it was the Fur ATR, that car right here in 3rd place. He dropped from 1st. He must have had a rough race there. He dropped 2 points. So all right, and that's good. I'm up 8 points in 1st place in Super Sedans with 1 race to go. That is good. Maybe I could win my first official series. So super fun. Thanks for riding with me. I'll catch you next race. We'll finish up this series and see if I can hold on for the win. For now, Mr. Johns is out.